The family of Katlego Bereng in the Free State is shattered after confirmation over the weekend that the body found in the rapist and murderer Thabo Bester's prison cell during a fire last year was that of their son. They were due to identify his charred remains today. Linda Mnisi has been following the story for us from Bloemfontein today. Linda, the family, as I was saying, shattered, and I would imagine the amount of time they've had to wait to get to this point is making it all worse.
Indeed, Thabo, making it all worse. You'll remember today they were expected to identify their son's body, but to their dismay they were told that investigations are still ongoing, and at this point they may not be able, or they will not be able, to view and identify their son's body. So they came back home completely disappointed, as they had really hoped that today would be the day that they actually see his remains. Though charred, they were quite, looking forward to seeing and identifying, sort of to start that process of healing. But you'll remember that Katlego leaves behind two children, Thembekile, a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, and you should see them play outside the streets of Bloemfontein this evening, completely unaware of the tragedy that has struck their family. I'm joined now by the mother of Katlego's son, the youngest, 3-year-old, Thandiwe Buleme, who will talk to us about this loss. It's a difficult loss for the family. Luwen, as someone on Osharabu Pelo, Likate Hanunko, Hori, body ele naked to come on ki ona ya Katlego papa ngwana gago o ikutlile jang
na ke nagana gore ke a ke itse ke tla ke joke or something, because ne ke sa dumele gore body ya motho casing e kana e ka ba body ya motho o haufi le nna. Yes, I know Katlego nyametse and ne tse re try mo kreya, but ne ke sa nagana gore re tlo mo kreya ele all over the news.
Just to quickly translate that for you, Thembekile, she says that, she did not expect that the body of the person that was being described in the news would be someone that's so close to her. So it came really as a shock. Aribueka khonyamela gaga. Nkgono na re tlhalosetsa go seng gore Easter weekend.
Yes, it was around that time. I was hoping we would spend the night long, but later that day, around 10 a.m. At least someone of you who like put a Katlego. Well, someone of Suriana. No, I wish I'm playing for thing. So that was the last time I.
So on the day, she confirms that Thembekile that he in fact did go missing, or the last time that she also saw her was the same weekend as his grandmother, the Easter weekend, and she had hoped that he would stay and look after the child overnight, but to her surprise, he came back with the child and told her that there was somewhere where he was headed to, and this was around 10 p.m. in the evening. How many days before
after birthday, I get the moon about a wedding. Okay, bon khono banentse ba bua gore e sale a tsamaya ba tsebe o kae. So nna ke nkile light fela man, he will come back as a go khutla. So after his birthday, Kailone ke inkenang ka ke lelong gore wa tsa se ga se motho o nyametse, because usually have one now and body event, like if it's someone's birthday, but Christmas body buy it or something. So ne ke expect le gore a khutlele ha bona ka birthday ya, because what's go etsa like inka di event tsa batho. So ha re bona a sa hlotse a khutla Kailone ini ke tsang a well o nyametse seras.
And go batla le mmatlile kae?
But how whenever matle bo di police station, the mortuary, the hospital, as they are saying.
as motho a tlwaetseng mohlomong dithomi tsa gagwe le batho ba ko strateng batho a na dula le bona, his friends a na bloma le bona ko strateng, ha ne ba bua ne ba re ba mo qenne neng go tsagetse
is batho ba bua because motho ene le motho wa diraono tsa hae ha o botsa motho o feletsene motho in fact ene le bone ba re botsang motho sukae o tlo to motho senya metsi ra ba botsa le nna le jalo ke le ba gotsi ba hae re botsa lona nang le mo qetetseneng ho etsala eng so ka ofela ne re le confused re sa tsebenang ho etsala eng ka yena. So around ka mona ha ke tsebe maybe ona le motho a tsema for ho etsetse eng ka yena but then mo bathong ba nna ke ba tsebang ha ona motho a tsema for hona ho etsetse eng ka yena ba ne ke nana hore ke ditšhomi tsa hae hona motho a tsebang next
ditšhomi tsa gagwe ke le thusitse go mmatla
ke nana ba bang ba bone ba nentse ba mmatla cause o no tswa ditaba tsa maka man bo go ntsana le bo Facebook account o nna batho ba ntse ba chat le ene seneng motho tla ba o kopane le ne ka toropong bo ntho tse jwalo. So inele obviously ne le ntho tsa maka cause ke mo di autopsy di buile ga motho o hloketse neneng.
Just to quickly explain that, Tembekile, she says that, the family did, of course, try to look for him, hospitals, mortuaries, but there was, absolutely nothing. She thought that he was probably had gone somewhere, and because he understands that, when there are events at his home, he would need to be there and attend those events. So after his birthday, that's when she started getting worried that he was missing. But also I asked her what the friends in the streets were saying. Did they try to look for him? And she says that some of the friends did indeed try to look for him, but obviously there was conversations around where he could be, but also there were a lot of lies, she says, around what could have happened to him. Some people even claiming that he still had a Facebook account and was communicating with other people. So when who Hanzo ubua le family la qetella le entse jwang
La re se nna ke na ne sentse neng e bile matsong a maponisa hore nang ho tla zalang cause ba tsamile hohle ba try ho mofumana ho no sena any luck ya go ba ka mofumana so ne re se re ne itse matsong a maponisa le hore nang o tla tla mohlang a batlang ho tla be neng wa phele.
Kamana, we've run out of time, but I want us to talk about bana ba gagwe nailing tata o tswang and go tlhokofala ga gagwe go sia spaces se se tswang mo bophelong ba bana ba gagwe.
Ka tla ona rata bana ba hae haholo because nna especially wa ka cause ne ke o haufi le ona morata haholo even ne ikentse le thato ya lebitso la hae so o sile is place basic because bikanyo ha le ba le ntate wa hae next le no even una ne jara a nyametsi ba ha o ka mmotsa ntate wa hae ke mang o tlo bolela ntate wa hae ke mang a ntse mo qetetse le baby nyana so ona morata haholo and they were very close ntate wa hae.
How are you going to continue as his partner? Go jang go
thata mare I think ha ke tse ke tla reng serious ke tsa bophelo ra phela le tsona even though ne re sa expect gore o tla hlokala ka tsela e so but ke tsa bophelo.
Okay, that's Thandiwe Buleme Tembekile. She is the mother of Katlego Bereng's youngest child. He is 3 years old. Basically describing that he had a very good relationship with his children. He loved his children. He even had a tattoo on his hand of his youngest child, which signaled perhaps the kind of love and the connection and the bond that he had with his children. She also speaks to me as a partner, saying that it's quite difficult, but at the end of the day, they would have to start working on healing, going forward, seeing as though, the confirmation has come through that he is indeed gone. So these are the scenes that continue to play out in this family. They're completely gutted, especially because they were unable to go and identify those charred remains. They continue to wait for answers, as police tell them that they are continuing with these investigations. One wonders how far these investigations are, given the fact that it's been quite some time now that this matter has come to light. We know that there are murder charges that have been put on some of the suspects in this matter. One of the accused, seeing that charge being withdrawn from him, being Zolile Sekeleni, the father of Dr. Nandipha Makutumana. So, all the attention will be on the police and how they plan to really bring answers to this family in the form of those investigations.
Linda Mnisi live for us in Bloemfontein tonight as we continue to make sense of the death of Katlego Bereng. Questions still remain as to how he was killed. We know it was his body in that prison cell the night Thabo Bester faked his death and broke out of jail in May last year.